Welcome to today's Farm Life. I'm Doug Kennedy. I'm standing in a soybean field just west of Mitchell, in a soybean field owned by Kevin Deinert. Kevin Deinert is the second vice president of the South Dakota Soybean Association, and he tells us about a program called Hungry for Truth. It's put on by the South Dakota Soybean Promotions and Checkoff Council. It's a program that tries to create conversations about food between South Dakotans and farmers. He tells us more.
Well, Hungry for Truth is a program that originated as a way to connect farmers and consumers. As you know, it's become generation on generation now that's become removed from the farm. So we're losing that connectivity from farm to consumer. So Hungry for Truth is trying to bridge that gap with information, facts, and just personal stories from farmers. Those stories range for just what are the farmers doing on their farms? Why do they plant GMOs? Or why do they use, say, Roundup or other different chemicals? Or why do they go conventional tillage versus no type of tillage? And just explaining why they do things, and it's for reasons to say, I do X because this is good for me, and this is how I help to conserve for my next generation of farming. Just try to explain there's a reason behind we make choices, and we make those choices in mind with our future generations in mind to hopefully come back and farm.
Now, according to Deinert, there really hasn't been any odd questions or really strange questions, just a lot of questions about what's in my food, or why do we do this, or why do we do that. Hungry for Truth, creating those conversations between consumers and farmers, he says, very important.
Like you said, there's been some surprises of people who don't know, just had no general knowledge. I mean, it's not that they're misinformed; they're just not informed. And so, whether that be, say, chicken, or why do you feed soybeans to chicken, or labeling questions. Why is this a non-GMO, and what does that mean? Or no antibiotics, and we tried to answer those questions on why does that say this, but this package does not? And what's the difference? Is there a difference? Or is it just misconception in labeling? And so we're trying to cut through a lot of that fog there is on labeling and other questions around farming, and try to give some very impactful but truthful answers of our farming society.
According to Deinert, advertising and promotional strategies have changed over the years, so getting the correct answers to a number of different questions is very important as you walk through the grocery store.
We felt there's been a growing disconnect, and it's kind of in a reaction to the advent of more and more labeling, is that we're trying to help people cut through some of that misconception, some of that mislabeling, some of that fear that people may have. And we felt instead of being reactive as farmers, we're trying to be proactive. And we want to put our face in front of people so that we're not in a shadow type an environment where we're just trying to defend ourselves all the time. We want to be out there and say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is why we do it. And we want you to ask questions. We want you to come out to our farms. And we want to show people why we do things, and hopefully get some good answers for them and provide some truthful knowledge for them.
Hungry for Truth. You can find more information up at the South Dakota Soybean Association's webpage or on their Facebook page. Remember, feel good about what you do today, because what you do today is very, very important. Until next time, I'm Doug Cunningham.